Okay, so let's take a break from the normal size blocks here, and let's build something out of the nano blocks. These are the very tiny blocks. If you go online, some people like these. Some people, whine about, oh, they're so small. I mean, they're not basically the complaints are basically that they're not Lego. But they're nice. I think they're a nice little change of pace. The other thing is the instructions are a little less detailed than Lego, which again, honestly, is not necessarily a bad thing. So this is number 167. This is the Budgie, and so let's go ahead and have a look here. There are 80 pieces in this, and this is a level 1 according to the scale here. So this is an easy one. So these, the company is Kawada in Japan. Of course, I'm pretty sure these are made in China, although, let's see. Yes, they are made in China, of course. Now, some other things about here. They actually make tweezers. They're especially designed for these pieces, which I do have, although I don't. Not sure exactly where they are, but I do have some manual dexterity here, so I think I will try to do this without. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back out just a little bit here. Okay. Readjust my camera position here. Okay. So step 1, we need 5 of these 2x4 pieces. Now, basically, you only have plates in nano blocks because they're so small, but you still need to have, have them big enough to work with. So I need 5 of these, 3 of the light greens, 1 of the yellow, and I need 1 of the yellow 2x2s, and 2 of the 1x2s. Alright, so I'm going to make this for the base, and that. Okay, so this doesn't, oh, okay, now see, I've already made a mistake now. This is the kind of thing that people complain about. It doesn't bother me so much, but you do have to be careful with the instructions. So let's. You have to note that there's an offset here. So this goes right there. Okay. In fact, let me go ahead and zoom in. Let's go ahead and zoom in on coming on my hands here. A little more than. Okay. Slide that up a little bit. Okay. So I can see the instructions, but you can't. Alright, and then a dark green, and a light green. Okay, and then there's my 2x4. And in fact, this would be even easier if I wasn't doing this on camera, because I would actually be a little closer, my face a little closer to this, but that's okay. Oops, there we go. Get on it. And you've got to be careful. You can get these a little bit off center. That's another complaint that people have. Okay. And there's the other dark green. Okay. So that's step 1. Okay, step 2, I need 2 of these, 3 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. Okay. All right. So we continue building up. We do the same thing with the yellow that we did in the previous layer. Okay. We leave a gap there, a 2x2 gap in there. Okay, so that's step 2. We've got three layers. Okay, step 3, I need 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, 3 of these, 1 of the dark green, 3 of the lime green, ooh, 5 of these. Okay, slide that a little better back on the screen. All right, so this is we're going to build another layer on here. So actually, you're going to build 2 layers. That's another thing, is these individual steps sometimes have 2 layers, and I think that maybe throws some people off. Okay. Interesting. Apparently they don't make a 2x2 in the lime green, because they're using 2 1x2s. Okay. Okay, one of the blacks goes here. And that overlaps actually part of that hole there. Okay, now we make another layer. Oops. Okay. And we do yet another one of these with the 2x4 and the 2x2 yellows. There's black. And the green, light green. Let's see. Yep. And there we go. Okay. Now, one of these, one of these. Ooh, we get into some plates now. 2 of those. and 3 of these. And what these plates, the purpose these plates are going to serve is going to be pretty cool here. Okay, so let me go ahead and put on the green and black 1x2s. And oh yeah, I also left out 2 pieces. We also need 2 of those plates. Okay, so oh, and another one here too. Helps if you follow the instructions. Okay, and then these are a stack. What's going on here? Okay, so that was step 4. Okay, so step 5. Now step 5 is actually made up of three parts. We're going to basically now make the head. So for that, the first part of this, we need 1 each of the lime green and the yellow. We need 1 of those, 2 of these, 3 of these, 1 of the blues, and also 3 of the yellows. Okay, so let's pull that all in place. And let's move this out of the way. So let's start building the head. Okay. Now we've got to do a little trickery here. If you're paying attention, you can figure out why. We're leaving a 1 stud gap. Okay, so that goes here. That goes here. That goes here. And this pulls them all together. Okay. Okay. Now step 2 of step 5. So we'll say part 2 of step 5. So we need 3 more of these. 1 of the orange, 1 of the pink, 4 of the 1x1 round studs, and 2 of the black. Now one of the claims by Kawada about the nanoblocks is that because they're much smaller, you can get a lot finer detail. As you can see how tiny these 1x1 studs are. Okay, so we want to build up on this, so this sticks off the end, and we got two yellows beside it. Okay, and then two, oops, two yellows here, and a pink on top of the orange, and another layer of yellow one by one. Okay, and then, oops, these one by ones, this is where the little tweezers actually come in handy. And then the last red, or yellow. Okay, so that's part 2 of step 5. And part 3 of step 5 is simple. Just closing this up and putting that there. And if you're paying attention, yes, that does kind of look like the head of a bird. Okay. Okay, so now the cool thing is that's where this stud kind of here comes in, and why the tiles are on there, because it has an articulated head. Cute, huh? Although it did a little bit of discontinuity there, it maybe not the greatest, but anyway, that works. And I think there's no doubt that that's looking like a budgie. Okay, so now we just have to do some stuff on the bottom here. So we need a couple of these, and a couple of these, and these interesting pieces. There's no real analog, I don't think, of these pieces in Lego. So here we leave a space of 2. Okay. Okay, now okay, so one goes on that way, one goes on this way. Okay, so there's chirality here. You've got to do that. Now the question then is, which way do those go? So that goes toward the front, I think. Like that. Let's see. Yeah, the feet stick out. That could be a little more secure there, but and there's the little feet. And there we go. There's our little budgie bird. Nice and small. It stands. It has the articulated head. And the other thing is, just like with Lego, you get extra pieces, actually plenty of extra pieces, and some pieces they give you 2 extra, which makes me hope that I didn't leave something out. I don't think so. One of the things you can do at the end to check is check the profile here of your piece and make sure it looks the same on the outside, and looks like it does. I'm not seeing any problems there. So I think they just gave 2 extra of some of these. There's 1 extra there, 1 extra of there, 1 extra of that, 1 extra of that, a couple extra of these, a couple extra of these, the extra orange piece, the extra pink piece, and all of that. And of course you can collect up these extra pieces and do other things with them. But this is a nice little, cute little short project. About 20 minutes, and I certainly was not hurrying at all. And that included the time opening it and all that. So maybe what, a 15-minute assembly, and that was, again, I was not trying to go fast there. In fact, you have enough pieces that you can do. You could even do a little bit of customization if you wanted to. If you wanted to let's add some yellow onto the tail, whatever. But there you go.